Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome back to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. When we last left off, we were with Miss Yui, who is being haunted in the midst of her flashback, and we're gonna see how we can save her. So, last time, I think I made a break for it. This time I'm gonna try staying hidden, just to see if that leads to a different ending. But it only took a moment for that decision to come back and bite me. My body was suddenly weighed down. In an instant, without knowing what was happening, my fetally positioned form was essentially locked in place. It was like a boulder had fallen on top of me and was resting on my arched back. I twisted and shuffled myself around, trying to shake it off, but the more I struggled, the heavier it became. And what's more, it felt like it was slowly inching its way up toward my head, as if it were planning on dropping down in front of my face. Was this a person? Santa? It was a female voice, reverberating ominously, as if bubbling up from the depths of hell. So definitely not Santa. I squirmed violently, desperate to throw her off of me. That's okay, I'm good. That's quite a game of tag if you're instantly covered in red stuff. My vision went red, or at least it felt that way. Whoever was on my back had dug her razor-sharp fingernails right into my eyes. Ugh. I collapsed on the spot. The pain was instantaneous and unbearable. I could no longer hold my position. I could no longer focus on anything but this agony. I'm not a bad girl. I'm trying to be a teacher like you. The pain shot through my head in waves. It was indescribable, unthinkable. I couldn't take it any longer. My consciousness faded, and I was gone. I would never know exactly what happened to me, but maybe I was better off that way. Oh, that's a good start, isn't it? Okay, so, yeah, as you can tell, hiding is not gonna work for some reason. So we'll just have to move on to another part, to a different ending. I ended up getting one later, but we'll see what happens when I actually attempt to fight off the ghost this time. Alright, this time I'll try the broom. The broom might help. A broom from the cleaning supply locker. That might work. I doubt it. Maybe I could fend her off with it. It was a long shot, but it was better than just standing around and getting caught. When I looked over, the spirit of the old woman was holding out her hand from the other side of the door frame. The door frame, yes. The door frame, the worst of all places you could stick a ghost. She was really trying to catch me. I wasn't just being paranoid. She was going to kill me and turn me into a ghost like her, or at the very least torture you for all eternity. I was convinced this had to be Yoshie, the teacher from that urban legend. I couldn't waste any more time. I darted out through the back door of the classroom into the safe end of the hall. I was running at top speed, hoping to escape behind the spirit's back. Unsurprisingly, trying to outrun a ghost proved to be a fruitless endeavor. The spirit saw me and moved at breakneck speed. It could be breathneck, who knows? It could snap the breath right out of your neck. Breakneck speed to intercept. No! I impulsively thrust the broom out and stabbed her in the eye with it. Take that, I thought. But my moment of bravado was short-lived. The broom immediately shattered into a million pieces. If my attack accomplished anything, it just made her mad. I had the sudden sensation of someone seizing me by the throat, accompanied by an unpleasant crunching sound. God, she really did have me by the throat. I couldn't breathe. For as old and frail as she looked, she was uncommonly strong. See, told you, breathneck speed. Yeah, I know you do. she was actually gripping me so tightly that she'd managed to raise me off the ground by my neck. I could see her slender, bony hand in the periphery of my vision and feel it cutting into my trachea. Was that hand really holding me in the air against my will, kicking and flailing by just the tissue and bones of my neck? I couldn't struggle anymore. I was like a puppet on a string. I don't think I'm it very, very long. With a sudden crack, my field of vision shifted 90 degrees and everything turned blood red. Yay, we're twinsies in death. Isn't that wonderful? Just lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay, so broom is not an option either. You think eventually I would catch on and figure out what it is I have to do. Alright, let's try the bag of salt then. I mean, if I was taught anything, is that salt is actually a good thing to fight off spirits. So let's try the salt. I heard that salt was used in purification rituals, so it seemed like a natural choice. At the very least, it would sting really badly. I mean, if you ever put salt on a wound, it hurts. And also, you know, the whole thing is throwing salt over your shoulder for, you know, going away with bad luck or something if you spilled the salt. Just make sure that nobody's behind you with their eyes there, because salt in your eyes, that doesn't sound pleasant. And I'm assuming it isn't. I don't want to know. I placed the salt in my pocket as a sort of protective charm. It's better than the broom, at least. When I looked over, the spirit of the old woman was holding out her hand from the other side of the door frame. She really was trying to catch me. I wasn't just being paranoid. She was going to kill me and turn me into a ghost like her. I think if the music is any indication, this is going to go better. Plus, it was the only other option I have. I was convinced this had to be Yoshie, the teacher from that urban legend. Bracing myself, I darted toward the door at the back of the end of the classroom. There wasn't a moment to lose. If I didn't act fast, I probably wouldn't be able to act at all. I threw the door open and just began running at top speed, hoping to escape behind the spirit's back. Unsurprisingly, trying to outrun a ghost proved to be a fruitless endeavor. The spirit saw me and moved at breakneck speed to intercept, as opposed to breathneck speed from earlier. No. I thrust my hand into my pocket and withdrew the bag of salt, then threw the entire thing directly at the old woman's face. That is quite a noise you made, old woman. Yeah, I would say so. Let's go. I ran down the hall as fast as my legs could carry me, briefly glancing over my shoulder after a moment to confirm that the spirit was still writhing. I just kept on running down that dark hallway with nothing but adrenaline and mortal fear to keep me going. I reached the stairwell at the end of the hall and made a mad dash toward ground level. I was determined to get out of this building alive. No! Finally, still moving at top speed, I reached the window door leading outside. Yeah, you probably could have jumped out of a window too, but that's just me. Luckily, the malevolent spirit hadn't caught up to me yet. It actually seemed like I might be able to escape. I might actually survive this. Now open the door and leave. Now. Unless it's locked, then you're screwed. I grabbed the handle and tried pulling it. That's what I was afraid of. Damn it! Stupid ghosts always lock the doors behind you. It's like, okay, fine, you have a skeleton key. That's not fair. Smash open a window, duh! Well, for one, I'm gonna save really quickly in a separate slot, just because I don't have to do all that all over again. And, let's see. Try... Oh, never mind. I didn't have enough time. I'd basically lost all ability to think. This was a matter of life and death, but my mind seemed to have already given up and given in. I knew I had to move fast to survive, but whatever opportunity I had a moment ago seemed to float off into the ether, leaving me dumbfounded. It's almost like the player is an idiot who didn't pay attention to the timer and let me die. The way out was right in front of me, but I was powerless to take it. I raised my head to see if the ghost had caught up to me, and I quickly found that she had. Is she gonna strangle me again? Sudden sensation, someone seized me by the throat. Yeah, this looks familiar. Didn't have... Yep, okay. Yep, uncommonly strong. She got me good. Yep, actually, yep. It's the same exact dialogue. It's just I can't skip it for some reason. Huh. It's really weird. I know, Tag, I'm it. Blech, I'm dead. Look, I'm just like you. We're twins. This is going well. Break the glass. Try that. Putting my thoughts in order, I came to the sudden realization that I was right near the umbrella racks. Unless the spirit had taken it or something, my umbrella should still have been right where I'd left it. I practically tackled the rack, grabbing my umbrella in one swift motion. Not from the handle, mind you, but from the top. Then, taking aim at the glass part of the door, I swung as hard as I could, smacking it dead center with the sturdy plastic handle. This isn't gonna go well, is it? The glass wasn't going to break so easily, of course, but it did crack, giving me the impetus I needed to go in for a second hit. Again and again, I struck the glass. I had the umbrella gripped so tightly that the metal skeleton of the canopy was leaving indentations in my skin. I was sure there had to be a better way to do this, but I didn't have the luxury of time to figure out what it might have been. Well, now I have to leave, lady. You just made it worse for me. I began smacking the glass even harder, even faster. My hands were killing me, but this was my only hope of survival. Finally, after far too much effort, the glass shattered on the floor, making one hell of a sound. Tepid air whooshed in from outside. It was still pouring rain, but I was free now, free to escape this hellhole. The pane I'd broken was on the lower half of the floor, of the door, I mean. It's on the floor, too, at the moment, but it's also on the door, and I didn't care if I cut myself. I got down on my hands and knees and crawled like mad. Maybe. I felt triumphant. For a brief moment, the fear was gone, and I was basking in my victory over this malevolent entity. And then I'm gonna get dragged back in, aren't I? But it didn't last long. Before I was even halfway through the door, I felt something coiling itself around my arm. With a start, I looked back. Oh, hi. Why not? I don't want to hang out with you. You're creepy. A tall, shadowy figure had appeared behind me in the entranceway, and she had me in her grasp. There wasn't much more to her than an indistinct, flickering silhouette, but I could clearly see she had a broken neck. Was this a different apparition? Her scraggly root-like fingers were squeezing my arm with tremendous force, pushing aside muscle and tissue and pressing right onto the bone. Well, that's actually Yoshi. I don't know who the old lady is. How about I just wait outside, where I'm not gonna die? I was shaking hysterically and tears were streaming down my face. I was absolutely convinced that I was going to die here. I'm not Sachiko, sorry. I could offer no resistance. She was too strong. All I could do was plead with her. felt like my arm would snap in two at any moment.
ずーっと一緒にいましょうね。
I'm not your daughter! She wasn't just grabbing, but twisting as well. The pain was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before. I couldn't think about anything else. My mind was absorbed by the unconscionable agony. Oh boy. Oh hey! Tsukasa! What? How is he here? Did he come back to the school too for some reason? I thought my arm was about to snap off, and then all of a sudden I was whisked away. Whisked away by Tsukasa.
大丈夫か?
Not really, I just got a traumatic experience with the paranormal, so...
どうして?
今、しのごの言ってる場合じゃない。逃げるぞ.
Well, you can explain later, but what the hell? Tsukasa was still holding on to me tightly after saving me from the brink of death. He led me back into the school at an incredible speed.
ちくしょう。なんだよさっきのは。俺は夢でも見てるのか。
If only. He practically spit these words as he continued running.
どうしてここに司くんが?
Thank you, somebody, you know, what's going on? I tried to match his gait, and once we were a bit more in sync, I looked up at his face. After we reached the end of the hall, he suddenly veered into the last classroom before the stairwell, pulling me in with him. Oh, this is not time for a kiss.
シシド、お前怪我はないか?
Barely.
大丈夫。私はもう一人で歩けるから。
That's good, because you're heavy. I moved away from Tsukasa and almost immediately spilled onto the ground like a house of cards.
おい、大丈夫じゃないじゃん。
そうだけど、でもすぐに。
I don't think you're gonna get a few minutes to catch your breath. Just saying. Tsukasa grabbed my arm to help me up. Unfortunately, it was the arm Yoshie had been twisting.
悪い。やっぱり腕怪我してるのか?
Well, it's part of it.
わかんない。でもすっごく痛いよ。焼けるみたい。
Lovely. Still nothing compared to in Heavenly Host when you get a ton of... When you get an entire cabinet full of sharp instruments digging into your back, but... That's just me. I draped my other hand over the sore spot where I assumed there was probably one hell of a bruise. I started rubbing gently, but it didn't help at all.
そうか。じゃあ、保健室ですぐに手当てした方がいいな。
Or, you know, how about getting the hell out of the school first and then worry about the medical problems?
でも、そしたらまた。
あいつが来るって。
Yeah. Just thinking about going back out there and facing Yoshi made me shudder. I couldn't believe he was even entertaining the idea.
心配すんな。もし仮にあいつが来ても、俺が絶対お前を守ってやるから。
What are you gonna do? All you did was basically just grab me and run. You can't fight that. You're not a Ghostbuster. You're not a spiritual advisor of some kind. You're not a medium. What are you gonna do? Punch it in the face? Tsukasa's gentle reassurance actually made me forget the pain in my arm for a moment. I had to stop myself from blushing. Or try to, at any rate.
怪我は一刻も早く手当てした方がいいって。まあどうせ先生なんかいないだろうけど、応急手当てくらいなら俺にだってできる。
Again, not helping situation. It's nice, but again, get the hell out of here first before worrying about the injury. Just saying, otherwise you're gonna get more injuries.
よし、行くぞ。
Tsukasa offered me his hand, and I graciously took it, squeezing it tightly as he led me back out into the hallway.
司くんの手、あったかい。
Yeah, that tends to happen. Granted, I always have cold hands, but despite the fact that nothing has really changed, I was still in just as much danger as I had been. The paralyzing fear I'd been feeling was gone. Well, that's because you got somebody there to help you out. Or at the very least, you have a meat shield. If it were just me, I would have never been able to do this. I would have frozen up. With Tsukasa leading the way, I felt like I could do anything. It's true love, even though you two never see each other after high school, and you die horribly in Heavenly Host. So, yeah.
獅子堂、少し走るけど大丈夫か？
You're gonna have to be. With my blessing, Tsukasa upped his pace significantly.
もうあいつが出てきませんように。
I don't think you can really stop her. I prayed silently for smooth sailing as I followed Tsukasa's
この
lead.
まま司くんと一緒にいられれば安心。
Let's hope so. I gently squeezed his hand again as if to reassure myself that he was still with me. I was starting to think maybe Yoshie was gone. Maybe we'd thwarted her. But of course, just as I was thinking that, she made her presence known again. As an aside, but how was she able to talk so well, considering her snapped neck? Just saying.
なんだってんだ。出てこい。
Don't antagonize it. It's already after us. An unearthly voice reverberated through the dark corridor. I immediately drew myself into Tsukasa's back.
もっと連れてこい。
More cookies? Oh, hi. Over Tsukasa's shoulder, I saw the same shadow-like spirit form from before. It must have been waiting here to ambush us.
大丈夫。落ち着け。
Yeah, stay calm as there is a freaking ghost in front of us. The ghost was moaning and wavering before us. We'd never be able to get past it.
私のために何でもしてくれる。
Not really, no.
おい、獅子堂。
Yes. Sorry, I was stifling a yawn there for some reason.
俺があいつを引きつけるから、その隙に走って逃げろ。
See, I told you he's a meat shield.
やだよ、一緒に逃げて。
俺には秘密兵器があるのさ。
Like what?
俺のばあさんからもらった形見のお守り。さっきあいつにこれを向けたら少し割り上がった。
形見のお守り？でも、司くんやっぱり危険。
Yeah, those things only work for so long.
俺？まあ、なんとかなるだろう。
Yeah, okay.
そんな。
待ちなさい。
I'm good here, thanks. We really didn't have time to be arguing. It was closing in fast, and as it did, I noticed the spirit's figure had become more defined. She was a tall young woman with her head turned sideways at a 90-degree angle. The tale of Yoshie suggests she fell down a flight of stairs, so a broken neck would certainly fit. You just don't know how she fell down the stairs.
早く走れ！
He gave my back a shove to get me started, and with no time to object, I unconsciously obliged. Tsukasa ran too, darting ahead of me for a few short moments.
おい、化け物！こっちだ！
Don't antagonize her, you're idiots.
待ちなさい。
No running into holes!
司くん！
Running into holes is punishable by death. Tsukasa ran as close as he possibly could to get Yoshie's attention, then turned tail and began sprinting off in the opposite direction.
こっちだぞ！化け物！
Amazingly, it worked. The spirit began chasing Tsukasa, leaving me completely unobstructed.
どうしよう。私 このまま一人逃げてもいいの？
I was torn. On the other hand, I knew this was my best chance, but I couldn't help worrying about what would happen to Tsukasa if his charm failed. I stopped for a moment and glanced over my shoulder. He was still running, and the shadowy figure was still in hot pursuit.
司くん、お守り出して！危ないよ！
いいから行けって。お前が逃げ切ったのを確認したら俺も逃げるからさ。
Famous last words, I'm sure. I still can't believe I fell for it, but this was right about when I realized the truth. Tsukasa had no protective charm. He just made that up so I wouldn't object too strongly to him serving as a decoy while I got away.
やっぱりダメ！
No, we must save him! I stopped in my tracks and shouted out at the top of my lungs.
待ちなさい！よしえ先生！
I wasn't sure exactly what I was getting myself into, but I had to do something, and calling the spirit's name definitely seemed to have an effect.
あなたの名前知ってるわよ！
おいシスター。
I'm being stupid. That's what I'm doing. All at once, the black figure was facing me. Though I never saw her turn around, she was flying toward me now, ignoring Tsukasa. Keep telling yourself that, it will eventually stick. I repeated this like a sutra and stuck one hand into my pocket, grasping tightly onto the one and only item I'd stashed there.
お前は私を知っているのか？
Yeah, kinda.
私には本当にお守りがある。
Tsukasa's care, his effort, his beliefs, they were all packed into this pencil. And when you get right down to it, that's what a charm is, right? She's going to take on a ghost with a pencil. This can't end well. I squeezed the nubby little thing in my pocket, mentally preparing myself for the confrontation ahead. The confrontation I'd impulsively initiated.
シスター逃げろ。
逃げない！私は逃げないわ！
Uh-huh.
どうかお願い！助けて！
I closed my eyes, lifted my hand from my pocket, and brandished Tsukasa's pencil intently. The gauntlet had been thrown. I was putting a lot of faith into this, and I really hoped I hadn't made a mistake in doing so.
私は獅子のゆい！この学校で先生を目指しているわ！
That is a pathetic battle cry, but, A for effort. I opened my eyes to find that the shadowy spirit, Yoshie, had stopped dead in her tracks. Did it work? Was Tsukasa's pencil keeping this vengeful soul at bay?
私の代わりはいらない。死ね。
What? Suddenly, I was whisked off my feet and slammed against the ceiling.
シシだ。
Tsukasa! I could see him down below. He was staring up at me and desperately leaping. He was trying to catch me, I suppose, even though he knew he'd never reach. I called out to him over and over again in my mind. If he could get away, if he could survive this ordeal, then it would have all been worth it. Yoshie was drawing near, and I was helplessly pinned to the ceiling. I had no chance at all. There was no doubt in my mind that my life was over. I clung to the relief I felt at Tsukasa's safety. It was the only thing keeping me from losing my head entirely. Then, all at once, the situation took a complete 180. It was like a miracle.
篠崎よしえ、そこまでにせい。
I thought you were dead! Then again, so should Yoshie. Before I had any idea what was happening, I found myself bathed in a gentle light. I am very confused right now.
おばあちゃん。
守ってやれんですまんな。せめてこれ以上邪術が拡大せぬことを。
It was the old woman who had collapsed in front of my house. She was standing down below me, enveloped in a warm glow. I guess she doesn't like light. The black shadow lunged toward her. Then there was a horrific noise, and the old woman was gone.
Shizuto!
Catch me! Catch me! And just like that, I fell to the ground. Whatever Yoshi had done to me, the old woman must have nullified it. That must have been why she came to me this morning, and why she had come again now. I felt like I was going to faint. Tsukasa ran to my side and gently scooped me off the ground into his arms. Yoshie's spirit was gone. She vanished along with the light. Around us now, the only sound was the pitter-patter of raindrops on the school roof.
Oi! Shizuto! Shizuto!
I'm okay. My butt probably hurts from falling, but I'm okay. I had suffered quite a bump on the head from my fall and was decidedly disoriented, but I still had enough sense to put my arms around Tsukasa's neck.
Baga! Nigeroって言ったのに!
It was true love.
でも
I wanted to protect you. I couldn't bear the thought of losing you, is what I wanted to say. But instead, I just passed out in his arms. Oh dear. Reach out my hands! I was pretty sure this fall would kill me. With a controlled jump, I might have been able to survive, but I was tumbling like a rag doll. I was a goner. I couldn't even remember what you were supposed to do in a situation like this. Try to flip over, brace for impact. In one last ditch attempt at survival, I stretched out both my arms. Maybe somebody would be waiting there to grab them. Maybe somebody would save me. And somebody actually did. I honestly wasn't expecting that. I really thought there was no hope, but then at the last second I was yanked to safety.
Shizuto!
Oh hey, it's Tsukasa. Good to see you, buddy.
大丈夫か? 掴め! 俺の腕!
Don't ask, buddy. Just don't ask. I held on to his arms with all my might, and against seemingly impossible odds I was pulled in. My life was saved. This was like a scene out of some anime. It shouldn't have happened. It was too convenient, but I wasn't about to complain.
よく頑張ったな.
That's an understatement, really.
どうして司くん
Yeah, we still don't really know why he's
今、
here.
場合じゃない. 逃げるぞ!
Tsukasa was still holding onto me tightly after coming to my rescue. He took off down the hall back to the heart of the school with me in tow.
チキショー! なんだよさっきのは. 俺は夢でも見てるのか?
Don't ask, buddy. Just don't ask. He practically spit these words as he continued running. And I think now we're heading back into the same storyline arc again towards end game. Yeah, it's right back to where we started. Okay, fair enough. Oh, okay, that was the last ending of that. See you in the next part for Purgatory, whatever it was called. The next chapter.